Have you ever wondered whether your body could heal while you sleep? Today, you will discover how deep sleep can be your most sacred medicine and how, through simple and ancient habits, you can activate your self-healing energy every time you close your eyes. Let us begin. We live in a world that taught us to produce, but not to rest, to run, but not to stop, to resist, but not to let go. In this modern world, where clocks never stop and the mind lives overstimulated, insomnia has become a silent visitor, invisible to many, yet present every night in millions of bedrooms across Australia. It is not only a medical problem, it is a reflection of a life that has forgotten how to stop. Artificial lights, screens, stress, eating at odd hours, anxiety, mental noise, all of this has sabotaged the most ancient and sacred thing we have: sleeping without peace. Sleep becomes a theater of worries. Your body lies down, but your mind keeps running. Your heart beats, but it does not rest. Your soul searches, but does not find. According to current figures, almost half of humanity does not sleep well. Not because it lacks a bed, but because it lacks peace. And without peace, sleep turns into a theater of worries. You are not alone. Millions of people like you have lived this in silence, night after night. But here you are. And that means your body wants to heal. That your soul wants to learn how to sleep again. More than 500 years ago, Buddha taught something that science is only beginning to understand. He said, just as the lotus closes at dusk to protect its purity, so must the human being close their eyes to recover their nature. For Buddha, rest was not only a biological need, it was a spiritual act. Sleeping well meant being at peace with the present. In fact, he recommended sleeping in the lion's posture, lying on the right side, with the legs slightly bent and one hand under the cheek. Curious, isn't it? Today, neuroscience confirms that this position improves breathing, supports digestion, and allows greater relaxation of the heart. An ancestral coincidence or eternal wisdom. It is said that in a monastery hidden among mountains in Australia lived a young monk. He had wisdom, discipline, compassion, but he could not sleep. Every night the same torment. Thoughts, memories, anxiety, until his teacher told him, your problem is not insomnia. Your problem is that you keep wanting to control even while you dream. Then he taught him to lie down as if he died every night, to trust that life held him even without being awake, to breathe as if each exhalation were a surrender. That night, for the first time, the young monk slept deeply. Not because he tried, but because he surrendered. Sleeping is not stopping functioning. It is allowing what is most intelligent in you to activate without your interference. During deep sleep, your brain removes toxins that you accumulated during the day. Your heart lowers its rhythm. It relaxes. Your muscles release tension. Your immune system grows stronger. While you dream, your body repairs tissues, regenerates cells. It produces healing hormones and heals emotional memories. Sleeping well is not a luxury. It is an act of self-love, and it is the first step toward true healing. Dr. Matthew Walker, author of White Wise Sleep, explains that deep sleep is like a natural nightly therapy. It reduces cortisol, regulates metabolism, strengthens emotional memory. Angela Parsons, a psychologist specializing in sleep, states, chronic poor sleep not only makes us more irritable, but shortens our lives. Sleeping is not wasting time. Sleeping well is gaining life. That is why we can say that a mind that does not rest does not heal. There is a reason why your body does not relax, even when it is lying down, and it is not your mattress or your pajamas. It is your mind. If you take your worries to bed, your body will believe there is still danger. If you check social media before sleeping, your brain will think it is still on alert mode. And if you eat a heavy dinner, you will be asking your digestive system to work exactly when it needs to rest. Sleeping is a sacred act. That is why, before sleeping, your mind must make a simple but powerful gesture. Say goodbye to the day. Just as you close a door when you leave, you must close the door to your thoughts before sleeping. That is the key. Not sleeping to escape, but sleeping to let go. Now that you have understood what sleep does for you, next, you will learn how to create a spiritual and physical routine so that each night you invite deep sleep. You will discover the power of nightly rituals and how to prepare your bed as if you were preparing an altar. But first, breathe deeply. Inhale through the nose, hold, and exhale slowly through the mouth. Feel how something in you has already begun to heal. Many people do not know that a bedroom can be turned into a sanctuary. Have you ever thought that your bedroom could be your temple, that your bed is not only a place to lie down, but also an altar of renewal? Your body feels everything. You know it when you enter a place filled with tension, disorder, or noise. And if your room is full of distractions, bright lights, noises, or dense vibrations, the message it receives is, there is no peace here. Eastern wisdom teaches that every space has its energy, and that the environment in which you sleep directly influences the quality of your rest. So start with what is visible. Soft colors that do not overstimulate your senses. Clean sheets as a symbol of renewal. Natural aromas. Lavender, sandalwood, or gentle incense. Turn off harsh lights. Sleeping well does not begin when you turn off the light. It begins much earlier. Sleep hygiene, as neuroscientists call it, is a set of simple rituals that prepare your body and your mind to surrender without fear to rest. Here I share a powerful routine. 2 hours before sleeping, turn off or silence the digital world. No social media, news, or tense conversation. Light a scented candle. Lower the light. Ignite the soul. If you can, take a warm bath, not to clean your body, but to cleanse your day. 1 hour before, drink a caffeine-free infusion such as chamomile or valerian. Watch a video or read something light, spiritual, or inspiring. Do not stimulate your mind with data, but with peace. Write 3 things you are grateful for today. Even if it was a difficult day, there is always something worth thanking. 15 minutes before, turn everything off. Sit or lie down with your back straight. Close your eyes and feel your breathing. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly, as if the universe were rocking you. That is your threshold, the portal to real rest. Do not skip it. Do not ignore it. Make peace with that moment. A sacred ritual. A wise elder once traveled through towns teaching meditation. One night he stayed in the home of a merchant who offered him a luxurious room. When he saw the bed, the wise man smiled, but did not lie down. He took a humble cloth from his bag, spread it on the floor, and lay there. The merchant, confused, asked, "Why do you not sleep in the bed I gladly prepared for you?" The wise man replied, "Because it is not the softness of the mattress that gives rest. On the contrary, it is the lightness of the soul that provides rest." Now then, there is something even deeper. You can heal while you sleep. When you close your eyes, the world does not turn off. Another one turns on. Quieter, deeper, more real. During deep sleep, a magical function is activated. The brain's cleansing system, known as the lymphatic system, removes toxins, restores neural connections. And if you surrender to rest with intention, it can also cleanse trapped emotions. Buddhism teaches this in a poetic way. The soul that sleeps in peace awakens wiser. Do you know why? Because while you sleep, your subconscious keeps working. And if before sleeping, you give it the right instructions, your body and your mind will obey. You can do it like this. Before sleeping, repeat in your mind gentle phrases such as, "I am safe. My body regenerates tonight. I deserve rest. Every cell works for my healing. I release what I no longer need." Your subconscious is like fertile ground, and your thoughts before sleeping are the seeds. Plant love, and you will harvest peace. That is why sleeping is not only a biological necessity, it is truly a tool for spiritual awakening. Every night that you sleep well, you are also learning to die to the ego and be reborn into calm. Sleeping is the most everyday and at the same time the most sacred act. Because when you sleep, you let go of the ego. You disconnect from the self that runs, demands, plans, and you return to your essential state, pure being, without the need to prove anything. For Buddhists, deep sleep represents the dissolution of the self, the pause of suffering. The body sleeps, but the soul learns. The mind rests, but the spirit expands. Sleeping deeply not only restores your organs, it also aligns you with your deepest purpose: to be, not only to do. Master, I cannot sleep. Every time I close my eyes, my mind stirs like a river in a storm. The master looked at him calmly and replied, "When a guitar string is too tight, it breaks. And when it is too loose, it does not sound. Your mind is that string. Neither ignore it nor tighten it. Simply tune it each night with silence, gratitude, and faith." From then on, the disciple began to fall asleep each night with a slow breath and a kind thought, and his mind began to sing. And this is where the true teaching arises. Tonight, when you turn off the light, remember that you are not fleeing from the day. You are honoring the miracle of your existence. When you place your body on the bed, think that you are returning to the origin, that every cell knows what it has to do, and that your soul knows the path back to peace. You do not need to control everything. You only need to trust. You do not need to understand everything. You only need to surrender. And if there is still pain, anxiety, or insomnia, look at them as messengers inviting you to take better care of yourself. to listen to yourself more. Because resting is also healing. It is reconnecting with your deepest truth, that you are worthy of peace, of healing, of restorative rest. What many ignore is that there is an invisible art that activates when you sleep. A silent intelligence that, without your conscious control, begins to restore what the stress of the day has disordered. Did you know that while you sleep, your body enters one of the most powerful states of restoration that exist? You do not need to recite mantras all night. You do not need to wake up at 3 in the morning to pray. You only need to prepare your mind and your environment, and your body will do the rest. Scientists call this deep homeostasis. Monks call it a return to natural balance. Remember this silent truth. Your body listens to what your mind whispers before sleeping. That is why it does not matter what you live during the day. If at the end you choose the right thought, the body will respond with healing. Before sleeping, speak to your cells. Tell them, "Thank you for continuing to work while I rest." Tell them, "I trust you." And then simply rest. A nightly self-healing exercise. 3 minutes without effort. Before sleeping tonight, try this. Lie on your right side. Close your eyes. Imagine there is a seed of light in the center of your chest. That seed represents your perfect health. With each inhalation, imagine that seed growing. With each exhalation, imagine its light reaching a different part of your body. Mentally repeat, "While I sleep, this light expands. My body aligns with my natural well-being." Do it for 3 minutes and then sleep without resisting. Your body will take that instruction and begin to work silently for you. Use the last thought before closing your eyes to sleep. Every night you can program your health. You can give your body new instructions. And the most beautiful thing is that you do not need to understand how it works for it to work. It is like planting a flower. You do not know exactly how it germinates underground. But you know that if you trust and care for it, it blooms. Tonight, plant health. Tonight, plant trust. Tonight, plant rest, and let sleep be your silent gardener. Finally, join me in this guided meditation that will help you heal while you sleep. Now, if you are ready, bring your attention inward. Gently close your eyes and let healing begin in silence. Feel your body just as it is. Do not try to change anything. Just observe. You are safe. You are here. Inhale deeply, hold for 3 seconds, and exhale slowly through the mouth. Do it again. Imagine a soft, warm light descending from the sky and beginning to touch the crown of your head. It is an intelligent, healing, wise light. It knows exactly where to go. That light now enters through your scalp. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Your eyes grow heavy as if the night were caressing them. Continue down toward your face. Your jaw releases. Your shoulders drop with relief, as if they were letting go of an invisible backpack you have carried all day. Inhale. Feel how your chest relaxes. Exhale. Feel how your heart beats in peace. That light reaches your stomach, relaxes organs, calms tension, releases trapped emotions. Feel your legs heavy, your feet sinking slightly into the mattress. Your whole body is being held by the bed, by the earth, by life. Now imagine that this light becomes a serene ocean and you are floating. You make no effort. You just float. There are no dangers, no noises. Only you and the silence that heals. Visualize your nervous system as a tree. Its branches were tension, but now they are relaxed, extended toward the sky. The sap of peace runs through every part of you. Visualize your organs as flowers. Each inhalation gives them oxygen. Each exhalation releases them from stress. Imagine that at this moment, hundreds of invisible processes are occurring. Cells repairing themselves, toxins being eliminated, healing hormones activating, and all of this happens without you controlling it. Because you were created to heal, to rest, to return to yourself. Inhale, feel gratitude. Exhale, feel relief. Now visualize the dawn. The sun is just appearing. You are awake with energy, joy, and clarity. Imagine that future version of you smiling at you, saying, "Thank you for taking care of me last night." And it disappears in a rush of peace. Allow yourself to fall into deep sleep. Your mind already knows how. Your body already knows when. Your soul was waiting for it. Thank you for reaching this point, for allowing us to accompany you on this sacred journey toward conscious rest. If this message touched your heart, gift us a comment with one word that defines what you feel now. Perhaps peace, gratitude, rest. See you in the next chapter.